Welcome back, everyone. I had to take a slight break playing games I actually enjoyed, but now I am back to do part 3 of the Snorefest that is Final Fantasy X. Now, it's been a while, but if you recall correctly, we were just about to go and talk to the Crusaders.
Cruise of what?
Oh, God. Alright, watch the recap while I prepare myself for this barrage of stupidity. Everyone in Spirit justifiably wants Tidus dead. Tidus is a master computer technician. The voice acting and scripting for this game is awful. There is no way in which Waka is not ridiculous. Get out on the ground floor and secure your place in heaven by joining the Cult of Tiger. And now, on to the review. The Crusaders are a group of ragtag people picked up off the street, handed the weapon, and told to run at Sin. They surprisingly have a very high recruitment rate, and even more surprisingly, they claim to have beaten Sin a few times. You mean that a group of poorly trained people with swords managed to do what a civilization with access to assault rifles and high-yield explosives could not? You know, actually this is one of the less outrageous things you're expected to believe in this game. After the history lesson, Tidus goes to Waka to catch a nap. Hasn't this guy been unconscious enough already? And look at this, we have another flashback. Did the writers of this game know of no other way to tell a backstory? It's like a third grader's writing this stuff. Anyway, this one's about Tidus hating his father because he's an egotistical prick. I sense this may be leading up to something, but we'll find out. Tidus wakes up to find Waka missing, but soon finds him in the temple acting worried with the priest. They explain that a summoner is in the Cloister of Trials, a testing ground for summoners. The problem is that it's been over a day since the summoner went down there. Waka claims that these cloisters are dangerous, which is a huge crock of shit because there's not a single one of them where you can actually die. Tidus, for once in his life, acts in a sensible manner and decides to check things out to make sure the summoner is still okay. The priest screams after him that it's forbidden, but there seems to be no actual means of stopping a person from going down there. There's no guards, there's no locks, nothing. When you can't actually stop a person from doing something, you're not forbidding, you're suggesting. And now we're in the cloister. This is yet another time-wasting minigame puzzle with no purpose or relevance. Every cloister is basically just a task of picking up orbs, but only one at a time because holding one in each hand is forbidden, and placing them in slots until you can proceed. It's just a task of moving around orbs until you win. You could completely pick up and put these things down at random, and eventually you would win. It's time-consuming, not challenging, or fun. And the thing that always gets me about this is, why do you even have to move these around at all? Shouldn't the people who came in here before you have done this? I mean, this place is only open to guardians and summoners. Who's coming in here to put these orbs back? And in true beach bum fashion, Waka decides to show up only after we've done all the work for him. He decides at this point to drop the information that only guardians and summoners are allowed in this place. Oh yeah, and by the way, he happens to be a guardian. If he's a guardian, why was he just sitting outside acting useless and worried? Why wasn't he in here doing his job? We could have avoided this whole mess if he wasn't just such a lazy jackass. But we don't really have time to be mad at him because we're quickly introduced to Yuna, who's going to be our love interest in this story. You can tell it right away because it's true Final Fantasy tradition that every party healer has to be in love with the main character. Now, she's also a summoner and the next great hope for Spirit to have peace. So, since she's going to be our hero, let's see what she's got. Come on, summon. What? That's it? That's what you summon? I mean, look at this thing. It's got giant hooped earrings, a feather boa for hair, and a chest piece that looks like something Marilyn Manson would wear. Is this thing supposed to help us save the world or go work as a performer in a gay club? But, transvestite summon aside, I think Yuna's really interested in this. I think we could get something going here if we just go and give it a shot. So let's go over there and talk to her. Hey Yuna, you know, how about we go out and go for a walk on the beach or something? I think we should get to know each other a little bit better, maybe,
Stay away from the summoner!
Hey lady, Yuna's a big girl. She can make her own decisions if she wants to. How about you shut up and
Get away from the summoner!
Look here, you stupid old bitch. I'm going to talk.
Get away from the summoner!
You know what? Fine. I can't believe I'm being cockblocked by some old crone. I hope she dies in her sleep.
Ready for bed.
And speaking of sleep, it's been about 10 minutes since Tidus has passed out and hallucinated, so we get to experience that joy again, which is good because I was really missing it.
Sleep tight.
This time Square pulls the bait and switch and tricks us into thinking that it's going to be a wet dream involving a threesome of Yuna, Riku, and Tidus, but it just turns out to be another dream about hating his dad. Damn, these characters are one-dimensional. I mean, we get it, Square. He hates his father. You can stop beating us over the head with this poor excuse for a plot device. And it seems at this point that even Square is starting to realize this stuff is getting incredibly repetitive and boring. I mean, how many times can you really watch a guy pass out? So to help combat this, Square turn to the only thing they know of that can reliably keep the attention of their target audience of unsexed geeks. Boobies! And the woman attached to these boobs is Lulu, a hot goth chick in a bondage dress who is only here to provide fan service. This is made pretty apparent by the fact that her victory pose is just her bending over and pushing her breasts together. The only way it could be more blatant is if they put her in a short skirt and had the camera pan around and give you a nice view of her ass. And speaking of weird camera angles in regards to Lulu, sometimes the camera in this game will decide just to zoom in on her breasts for no apparent reason. And here's another party member, Kimari. We actually saw him earlier inside the Cloister of Trials, but we weren't actually introduced to him. So, Kimari, how's it going, man? You look a little upset. Are you void raging or something? Whoa, holy hell! He's attacking me? What's going on here? What are you gonna do about this, Yuna?
Sometimes we don't understand him either. Kumari doesn't talk much anyway.
What? That's it? Your pet cat tries to kill me and all I get is, oh, that's so Kimari. What the hell is wrong with you people? Anyways, this next scene proves both Tidus' stupidity and Lulu's existence only as fan service. As soon as the ship leaves the docks, Tidus mugs the lookout for his spyglass and uses it to stare at Lulu's breasts. His ogling complete, he hurls the thing to the deck, breaking it. Oh well, it's okay. It's not like Sin's patrolling these waters just waiting to attack us. Oh wait, he is! Thanks for disabling the only means of warning of attack just to pretend you're heterosexual, you asshat. But on to something more important. Some people have complained that I have never addressed how ridiculous Wakka's weapon is. Well, I just couldn't do it before this fight. I'll tell you why in a second, but first I have to tell you what the weapon is. Wakka's weapon is a blitz ball. Yes, the exact same thing they use in the sport. Just imagine trying to kill somebody with a volleyball. This idea is that dumb. And the way he attacks is even dumber. He hurls this thing at the enemy, has it ricochet off them and come back to him. I don't even know how this is supposed to make any sense. But it gets even dumber when you think about it because it means one of two things. Either whenever you pass the ball to a person in blitzball, they should die. Or there isn't a single thing you fight in this game, man or fiend, that can catch a ball. And that brings us back to the fight with Sin. This fight takes place with Sin's fin, which is hundreds of yards away from the ship. That means that Wakka has to throw the blitzball all that distance to hit the fin, have it bounce off, and come all the way back to him. Well, how the hell is this happening? Wakka's gotta have like a cannon for an arm. How is his blitzball team in last place? But after a barrage of blitzballs from Wakka's cannon arm, Sin decides to end the fight by trying to capsize the boat. So guess who goes overboard? Again. And guess who's unconscious? Again. You know what, Wakka? Don't bother with this guy. He's not worth the trouble. He's just gonna end up this way again in a couple of minutes anyway. And while you guys were busy trying to save Tidus, Sin is busy destroying Kilika. You know, you guys probably could have stopped him if you just let that asshole drown. You know, I'm just saying, you threw away an entire village of lives to save a complete idiot. And look at that devastation. Oh my god. There's no way anyone survives this. And in that case, I claim salvage rights. Don't any of you try looting this place. I claimed it. Oh, wait. The city survived. Damn it. Hey, I got an idea. Somebody should get Japan on the phone and tell them that the way they can solve the tsunami problem is just to build everything out of misshapen planks of wood lashed together with rope. Hey, Tidus, you ready for that threesome? No thanks, ladies. I'm just gonna run in place. Don't waste your time with him, ladies. He hasn't come to terms with the fact he's gay. I'm not gay. See what I mean? Plus, he always freaks out any time someone mentions clowns. No, not clowns. Please don't let them eat me. I told you, boy. Nobody wants a man in this post-apocalyptic world who can't protect them from the roving games of clowns. You know what, ladies? I can't help but notice neither of you are naked yet.